A small Nordic nation often ranked among the world's happiest, Denmark hides a rich everyday life behind its fairy tale castles and bike-filled streets. What does it really feel like to live here? In the next 15 minutes, we'll uncover the reality of Danish life, its geography and climate, people and society, daily routines, culture and traditions, cost of living, and finally the pros and cons of making Denmark your home. Let's begin this deep dive into Denmark's unique story. Denmark is a flat coastal realm in northern Europe, the southernmost Scandinavian country. It consists of the Jutland peninsula jutting down from Germany and over 400 islands. About 40% of Danes live on Zealand, which includes Copenhagen. The landscape is mostly low, arable fields and sandy beaches. Thanks to the warming Gulf Stream, Denmark has a mild, temperate climate. Winters are cool, but not extreme, around 0 degrees Celsius in coldest months, and summers warm, about 16 degrees Celsius in August. Rain can fall year-round, but there are 4 distinct seasons: a lush spring and summer, colorful autumns, and long but bearable winters. In this gentle setting, broad horizons and sea breezes define the day. Denmark's population is just under 6 million, making it one of Europe's smaller countries. It is a highly developed, largely homogeneous society with strong social cohesion. The Danes enjoy an exceptionally high quality of life. In 2024, Denmark was ranked the second happiest country in the world. It is a constitutional monarchy, but politics is modern and egalitarian. Danes value equality and modesty as core cultural traits. For example, about 95% of Danes say they have someone to rely on for help, reflecting a high level of interpersonal trust. This trust extends to institutions too. Surveys show Danish citizens tend to trust their government and fellow citizens more than the OECD average. Economically, Denmark ranks in the top 10 globally by GDP per person, with about $69,000 per capita and a very high Human Development Index. Income inequality is low. Education and healthcare are free and excellent, funded by high taxes. The result is a society with generous welfare, free childcare, paid parental leave, etc., and a strong emphasis on work-life balance. In short, Danes live in a secure, open, highly equitable society. So with this context in mind, what is daily life like for residents and expats? In Denmark, daily life revolves around balance, community, and simplicity. Most cities and towns have quiet, orderly streets. Commuting is famously car-free. Many Danes ride bicycles everywhere. About 25% of short trips are done by bike, and Copenhagen even aims for half of all commutes to be cycling by 2025. The bike lane is a Danish highway for commuters. Children, parents, business people all pedal along. Public transit is excellent too. Trains and buses cover the country, and a monthly pass costs about $85. Fuel, on the other hand, is expensive, so most city dwellers own no car. Work culture is relaxed by global standards. The typical work week is only about 37 hours with strong protections for vacation time, so evenings and weekends are leisure time. At home, Danes keep things practical and cozy. Houses and apartments are well insulated against the cold. Interiors favor Scandinavian design, functional and minimal, with lots of light wood and clean lines. Hygge, the idea of cozy comfort with family or friends, is woven into daily life. After work, you might see neighbors meeting for a coffee, families walking in parks, or friends gathering for a candlelit dinner. Shoppers in cities pay by card or phone, and grocery shopping is often done once a week at chain stores. A frugal single might spend around $300 to $400 on food a month. Eating out is pricey but popular. A cafe lunch is around $15 to $20. Public services matter in daily life. Once you have a Danish ID number, CPR, healthcare is essentially free at point of use. Schools and universities are free for residents. Danes often speak English well, most young adults are fluent, so expats find it easy to get by initially. Socially, locals can be reserved at first. They value personal space and politeness. But once friendships form, Danes are warm. Neighborhoods organize local sports clubs and outings, and you'll find countless communal activities, even summer beach bonfires on June 23rd, Sankt Hans celebration. In summary, a typical Danish day might start with cycling past old brick buildings or farmland, a productive workday with a light pace, and evenings spent relaxing at home or a pub. The high quality of life, good healthcare, safe communities, clean air, and water comes through in the routines of everyday life. Denmark's culture mixes old traditions with modern progressive values. Danish people take pride in their heritage, Vikings, Hans Christian Andersen, and world-class design, but they live it modestly. Social equality is a key cultural norm. You won't see luxury brands paraded on every corner. Instead, Danes celebrate craftsmanship. For example, Kronborg Castle in Helsingør is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, yet locals treat it as just another stately landmark. Danish design is famous worldwide, from the egg chair to Lego toys, and this aesthetic sense shows up in everything from clothing to architecture. One unique Danish tradition is Hygge, a cozy, heartwarming atmosphere of togetherness. Hygge has no exact translation, but it means slowing down to enjoy simple pleasures, like chatting by candlelight or sharing a warm meal with friends. In winter, you'll see Danes lighting dozens of candles at home, savoring home-baked treats, and talking long into the evening. Holidays are also richly celebrated. On Christmas Eve, the whole family gathers for a feast and dances around the Christmas tree to live music. On June 5th, Constitution Day, and Sankthans-aften, Midsummer's Eve, June 23rd, people light bonfires on the beach and sing old folk songs. Danish cuisine reflects the sea and farm. Smørrebrød, open-faced rye sandwiches with herring, roast beef, cheese, etc. Rich rye bread and hearty stews. Pastries, Danish and English, and fresh seafood are beloved. For festivals, Copenhagen and other cities host design festivals, music concerts, and public markets in summer. A notable cultural event is Carnival in Aalborg, largest parade in Denmark, and the distillation of local schnapps, aquavit, at New Year. Denmark is also famously liberal. It was the first country to legalize pornography and early to allow same-sex marriage. This progressive streak shows in daily life Danes are tolerant and open-minded. English language media and international cuisine are common. Despite being small, Denmark has a wide cultural footprint. As a visit to the Danish Film Institute or the Louisiana Museum of Modern Art will show, Denmark's art and film enjoy global recognition. In short, Danish culture blends egalitarian, Hygge-centered community life with a respect for heritage and cutting-edge ideas. Castles and Viking stones can be found on bike routes, and simple folk eating herring might be neighbors with innovative tech entrepreneurs. This warm, balanced way of life is the Danish legacy. Living in Denmark comes with a price tag. By many measures, Denmark is expensive. For context, Copenhagen's average net salary is about $4,300 per month. That sounds high, but so are the costs. For example, a single person spends roughly $1,325 per month on everyday expenses, food, transport, utilities, excluding rent. Add a place to live and the tab rises sharply. Housing is the biggest expense. A one-bedroom apartment in Copenhagen city center runs around $1,900 per month. Outside the center, it's somewhat cheaper, around $1,370. Even in smaller cities, prices are high by global standards. Utilities, electricity, heating, water, on top, typically add a couple of $100s monthly. Many renters share space or live with roommates to manage costs. Groceries also cost more than in many countries. A frugal person might spend roughly $290 to $430 per month on food. For perspective, that's similar to Western Europe prices. Eating at restaurants is steep. A casual meal runs $20 to $30, and a 3-course dinner for 2 can be over $100. On the plus side, you'll find excellent quality, fresh fish, organic produce for the price. Transportation is comfortable, but not cheap. A monthly public transport pass in Copenhagen is about $85. Gasoline is nearly $2 per liter, so few city dwellers use cars. Bicycles cost around $150 for a decent second-hand bike, a worthy one-time purchase that can serve for years. Healthcare is almost fully covered by taxes, so routine doctor visits cost virtually nothing out of pocket. Education, even university, is free. Mobile phone and internet plans are moderately priced. Expect $20 to $30 a month for unlimited data. Taxes are high, up to 30 to 55% income tax plus 25% VAT on most purchases. But they fund those free services. In sum, expect to spend at least $2,500 to $3,000 per month for a modest solo life in Copenhagen. Many expats find they need a salary of $60,000 to $70,000 per year to live comfortably. It is expensive, but keep in mind, Danes earn high wages and get strong public services in return. Copenhagen, Denmark's vibrant capital, is where medieval and modern worlds collide. Colorful 17th century houses line the famous Nyhavn Canal, now filled with wooden boats and outdoor cafes. Beyond that postcard scene, you'll find a city that is equal parts historic and hip. Cobblestone streets wind past spires of ancient churches and Christian IV's Rosenborg Castle, while a few blocks away, glass and steel office towers and innovative museums rise. Danes zip around on bikes amid this blend of old and new, embodying Copenhagen's strong design, ethos, and eco-friendly spirit. By day, Copenhagen hums with commerce and creativity. The city often tops quality of life rankings and Copenhagenize indexes. It has been called an epicenter of culture, commerce, and cosmopolitan life. You'll find world-class restaurants, some Michelin-starred, cutting-edge architecture, the Opera House, the Black Royal Library, and neighborhoods like Christiania with a free-spirited ethos. International culture is everywhere. English is widely spoken, and global brands mix with local boutiques. By night, the atmosphere is relaxed. Bars and cafes close by midnight, so early by American standards, and many shops close early on weekends. Life here has a laid-back vibe. Copenhagen also centers strong work-life balance. Offices often empty by late afternoon. Many residents cycle to Tivoli Gardens for a concert or enjoy a peaceful evening walk along the harbor. Despite its big city attractions, Copenhagen never feels overcrowded. Its friendly scale and safe streets mean expats can easily explore downtown or nearby beaches. In short, Copenhagen offers a rich urban life, brimming with culture and convenience, while still retaining a small city charm. Denmark offers an enviable lifestyle, but it isn't perfect. On the plus side, it's exceedingly safe and orderly. Crime is very low, homicide rates approximately 0.5 per 100,000, and fully 85% of residents report feeling safe walking alone at night. Public services are excellent, healthcare and education are free, public transit is clean and efficient, and social welfare systems provide security. Work-life balance is another plus. The pace of life is relaxed and family-friendly. The country's commitment to sustainability means fresh air and easy access to nature, beaches and forests from any city. Social norms favor courtesy and equality, which many expats find refreshing. Danes are reserved but honest, and you quickly notice the absence of corruption and scams. The Hygge culture also means you'll often find a warm, cozy atmosphere even in cold winters. Of course, there are downsides. The cost of living is very high, one of the priciest in Europe. You pay a premium for groceries, housing, and services. Taxes take a heavy bite of income, often 30 to 55%, which some newcomers find hard to adjust to. Weather is a challenge for some. Long winter nights and rain can be gloomy. And social life takes some patience. Danes are not as openly boisterous as some cultures, so forming deep friendships can take time. Shops also close early, often by 6 p.m., and are mostly shut Sundays. In practice, however, many expats conclude the benefits outweigh the costs. As one commentator noted, while the cost of living is high, the comprehensive social benefits and quality of life often offset these expenses. In other words, you pay a premium and taxes, but in return get a safe, healthy, and well-run society. For most people, Denmark's strengths, excellent services, equality, happiness, and nature greatly temper its few weaknesses. Denmark is a land of contrasts, Viking history and cutting-edge design, expensive bills and world-class public services, long dark winters and the warm glow of Hygge. We've covered life from the flat farmlands to the cobbled streets of Copenhagen and hopefully painted a vivid picture for anyone curious about moving or traveling here. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Denmark, please like, share, and subscribe for more country guides and travel insights. Have questions or stories of your own? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.